Hey, this is Peter, and today we're going to talk about training with a wooden dummy. Why we are training with a wooden dummy and what are the benefits of it. Why do we have it in our training program and what can we do that we cannot do with other training tools or with the partner. So let's get right into it. First thing, you see the wooden dummy doesn't mind if I hurt him. He will take all the suffering that your training partner doesn't want to take and that you also don't want to give to your training partner. So you can punch the wooden dummy and he doesn't mind. So we can try some techniques that are using more force and that are having some resistance to it. So that's important for us to try some of the things that are a little bit more head-on. So what else is good? You can see the wooden dummy is not just standing on the ground, he is taking some movement. So here we can see he's behaving like another person. Yeah. So because if you punch another person, he will also get a little bit of distance, but he will also punch you back. Yeah. So he's punching you back, and if you punch him, you have to take that force. So an untrained person, it would maybe look something like this. And you see, if I punch him, the energy, we are both getting pushed back, the dummy and myself. So here, if we train with the dummy, we will learn to control that force. So the dummy will move, but I will not move. So I'm building my structure, my stance, and I will learn automatically by training with it, without concentrating on it, how to compensate the force, because if I don't learn it, I will fall back the whole time and I can't train. So if I do something, he will get pushed and I will not get pushed. For example, see, I'm standing, he's moving. I'm standing. And this one is moving. I'm just like a rock. I'm becoming wood. So he's training my balance. And we are also training here is distance. So if you have a wooden dummy, it's easy to train some distance. So the wooden dummy here will always have the fixed distance to me, and I'm moving around it. Yeah, so if I'm moving around it, then you can see I'm moving, but I have to keep my striking distance. So if I'm trying to punch it like this, and I'm moving like here, well, I'm not in striking distance anymore, as you can see. So that's difficult. So that's why training with the wooden dummy will, in our unconscious mind, train our distance. So that's something you move here. You also are learning angles. As you can see, the wooden dummy doesn't punch back, but he also doesn't like to get punched. So we have those arms symbolizing his limbs. Yeah? So we have to move those limbs around. Yeah, as you can see, they are movable. Yeah? Or we have to move around the limbs. Yeah? So we can move around of the limbs by standing still. See, and then I can hit him. Yeah? I'm moving his arm. Here I'm coming from the outside, and then I can punch him. Yeah? Because I'm moving around of the arm and I'm moving the arm a bit. So if I want to move around, then I have to maybe angle myself. So if I want to get here, but here is limb is in the way, maybe I'm coming from an angle like this. Yeah? And then I can rotate and get an angle, and that's something that's helpful. And I can also train the angles here by moving to the left and the right. So all the footwork is trained as well. So as you can see, there are quite a lot of benefits from it, and there are a lot of different forms on it. And the forms, we will not get into them today, but they are refined, and all of the forms have some ideas behind them. So if I do a punch, well, that's something that usually is directly included in the form, but maybe an angled punch and a combination. So if you have some combination here, you will always think about what you would do to another person and where to use that idea that you are training here. So if we are training some movement around it, we will use that for training purposes. Yeah, the same as punching and kicking. If we try to control the puppet, we can do all the different things here, and that's basically it. So yeah, there are a lot of benefits to it that are different from other forms. As you know, forms are different topics. We will talk about it in another video. So I'm looking forward to share that with you. Thank you for learning about the wooden dummy with me, and please comment on which part was the most interesting to you and the most revealing, and something that maybe surprised you in the comments. So see you over there.